Is my screen visible, guys? This is what we had done. Okay. Okay. So, okay. The first thing which you guys want to do is do something like this. Pip install Flask. For me, it is already installed because I have been already using this, but you guys have to do this. Pip install, let me copy paste this command. So we are installing Flask, which is a library which we will be using for creating Python APIs. Let me know, guys, once you guys are done with it, okay?
Why none of this, what you see below happened for me, like it just done.
Okay, so then in your system as well, it is already being used. I mean, sorry, already
Okay.
like it is installed.
But something must have happened, right? Like the requirement already set is or all this message, none of this came, like nothing at all.
Nothing
That's
came.
okay. Yeah, nothing.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
Okay, let me first quickly show you an example before resolving
right,
things.
right.
Okay, so yeah, so this is, I will explain you guys, but first let me just quickly run this.
हो गया थोड़ा देर से आया आ गया.
Okay, your net connection might be slow, maybe that's why. Pattern debug equal to true. Okay, understood. So what we need to do in here is just copy it in a text file, rename it to Flask sample dot py, and also write a driver function, and after that if it's still, and then what you can do, go to a terminal, say open a terminal here. I will tell you each and every step, okay, don't worry, I'm just first running it so that Python class sample. Okay, cannot import named. Okay, even I have error in my system. Okay, install -u class. If I say this, okay, still it is saying install watchdog. Let me see what is the error. You I have to update watchdog. It install -u for upgrade. So whenever you guys want to update any package, right, you can either say upgrade or capital minus U. Like you can run this. So I'm running this in the terminal. So and you can open a terminal by clicking this plus button, and you will see a terminal here. So terminal is nothing but like like if you want to access the file system using your UI, run some commands, run some Linux commands or any command, then like you will do it this using terminal. So I'm running the Flask app using terminal itself. So yeah, now if I run this, this will work and it will be loaded. Maybe. Yeah, okay, again some error. Wait. So my this thing is running, my API is running. Now if I go here, it will give me hello world. Now this is the data which I am basically getting. Now if I, let's say, if I do home and home, let's say if I say slash home and int number, let's say slash home and then int, let's say 9, and I will get 981. Okay, now everything is set up. I will explain you what exactly it is doing. Okay, so first of all, before we go with this, can you guys tell me what exact, I mean, do you guys, have you guys even heard about APIs? You guys have heard about, you guys might have heard about APIs, right? You guys know what exactly is API? Can somebody tell me? Any random guess? Okay. So API is basically nothing but it is application programming interface. So suppose, I will give you a real-time example. Now, suppose now you have a Google account, right? You have a Google account, and now you want to sign in to Facebook using your Google account. You can do that, right? You can sign into multiple websites using your own Google account. This is called a single sign-on. But how will Facebook know that Google has authenticated you? How will both of the parties know? How will Facebook know when to basically ask Google to authenticate yourself? And how will Google let Facebook know that, okay, whatever the username and password, whatever user has entered is right? How will both party will communicate? How will these two application will communicate? They will communicate with the help of APIs. Okay, this is what an API is meant for. Okay, so whenever you need intercommunication or like external communication between two software applications or the websites or any medium, okay, especially across internet, okay, you develop APIs. The job of developing APIs is the most critical job in software engineering. Okay, because you typically what you do, you expose services. Like in today's world, you name any website or any application, be it Instagram, Google, Facebook, Twitter, anything. Even your own company will have its own website. Right now that own website will be created using a front end, which we have already seen using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a backend. Now this is what the backend looks like. Here in the backend is something. Backend is basically nothing but API creation and API, like you basically write APIs. Okay, that can be solve different service, that can have different services enlisted, and it can basically help communication between all of the parties. I will give a very basic example. Okay, so now so Flask, here I am importing necessary libraries and functions for Flask. So from Flask, okay, import Flask and then JSONify. I will explain what exactly JSON, and then request. So remember guys, so there are two things. Okay, so whenever you deal with APIs, there is always a request. Okay, like what exactly do you need, like what exactly do you want, like for example, there is always a request and there is a response in normal terminal. Suppose if I request some data from a website, then I'm hitting to that URL, to that specific URL, right? Like suppose if I say www.google.com, then I'm requesting the page of Google. I'm requesting all the HTML content of Google. Okay, this is a get request. And in return, what does Google server give you? Google server gives you back the HTML. Okay, the HTML and all the content of the page. Okay, so in this case, what we are doing, we are creating a very simple API. There are two types of main API. There are two types of methods basically available for writing APIs. One is get and one is post. We will see what first post is. And this I will explain the code. First, we are exporting the libraries, right? So importing the libraries and then creating an app. Okay, Flask app is nothing but like we are creating a Flask application. Flask is the library which is useful for creating Python APIs. Okay, and then what we are doing, we are here defining a function. Okay, in this function which is saying home, we are saying if request dot method. Now this request is coming from where? This request is coming from the Flask request. Okay, so whenever you get a request for this specific function, okay, specific, let's say request dot method equal to get. Okay, equal to get. Okay, so get method is basically used for like returning simple data, but post method is useful for uh, accessing the website with sending some data, like for example files. Suppose if you are uploading some files, or if you are filling some form, then you are posting the data. And if you just need the data, then it is a get method. No worries, you will understand it much better. Okay, data is equal to hello world. I can write here, I can write anything here, hello Siraj. Okay, let me write it here because it is running here, I suppose. Okay, it is not running here. Yeah, hello Siraj. Now if I go here and if I say slash, see, it will come hello Siraj. Now this is on your local machine. This 127.0.0.1 is nothing but your local machine. This is the IP address of your local machine. If you host this API to a server, to a domain address, to any website which is live on the internet, and if you do something like if you basically give that address, okay, and you say and this is the port at which so typically there are multiple ports at which two servers communicate. Okay, the port can be any number between a specific range, but typically port 80 is used as the universal port across for all the internet services. But we can use other ports as well. But for example, here I'm using 5000 port. So if you go to server here, okay, if I add one more terminal here, okay, if I say netstat, this you don't need to do, I'm just for doing see, if I say netstat, then it will list all of the services which is running in my local machine, and also the port as well, like which port it is running. Like suppose if I want to see for my service, and I can just say grep 5000, and you will see that uh, it will give you the output. Okay, it is not giving output for now, but no worries. Okay, I will explain the code. So basically what is happening here is you might be seeing this app.route. Okay, this is a decorator function. In all, it is a function basically where app here is basically the app, and here you are adding router methods. Okay, so in here you are basically giving the address at which this API will be called. Okay, first will be the IP address, second will be the port, third will be the location at which you're inside the route at which this API will be called. For example, if I say Siraj, okay, now if I go and again reload, then it will say not found. You guys might have already seen this error 404 not found whenever your internet is not working, or if you have entered very random address like random.com, then it will basically tell that it is not found. See, site can't be reached, right? So why? Because why this error came in the picture first? Because firstly, because it was previously the route, the location at which this API was hosted, this method was API method was hosted was only dot slash, but I have now changed to Siraj. So now if I say slash Siraj, then it will come hello Siraj. Okay. You can also like create some multiple methods like this. Like let's say if I copy this and if I say, let's suppose I say Imran Bhai. Okay. If I run this now, if I go here and say Imran, it won't because I haven't this. Okay, this there was an error here, so I have to run this again. Okay, view function. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Um, okay, what's the error which is coming here? App dot route app dot. Uh, yeah. So okay. Let's say if I go. Okay, now if I go here and say Imran, this will come Imran. Obviously, it is pretty much very much configurable. Okay, for example, let's say that I want to create one universal method, okay, which takes any name and prints here. So what I can say, I can just copy this and will rename this to universal home. I will say that I will get a string here, okay, and whatever here name I get, I will just print it. Now if I go here and if I say hello Siraj, okay, there was an error here because it again, okay. See, now it is saying hello Imran, okay. Even if I say, okay, so similarly, like suppose if I want to create one more method of another name, I can create. But you guys might be wondering what exactly is JSONify doing. Okay, so if you see here, like suppose if I go here and say Imran, can you guys tell me what is this data type? Which data type which data type are you seeing in this screen? Come on guys, you guys have learned so much about Python. What is this data type? Can somebody tell me? Okay, it is string. Yes, exactly. It is string. Are you sure? What is data type? Can you guys tell me? Come on, guys. Do you remember something called as dictionary? Does this look like a dictionary to you guys? Okay, any doubts until now here? Any doubts? Okay, you guys can do one thing. You guys can, okay, I will explain you this as well. So suppose if you have created one more route, okay, let's say home, okay, slash home, and after slash home, you are here. What you are saying is that wherever whatever number integer you will put here, okay, whatever integer which you will be putting it here, okay, that will be multiplied by 2, and that's not multiplied, that will be like squared, like it is exponential, so hence it will square, and it will return the data as something like this. So for example, okay, if I go here and say home and 9, it will give me 81. If I say 12, it will give me 144. If I say 5, it will give me 25. Okay. Any doubts until now? Any doubts until now? This app.route is again, like as I said, like you can create different routes here. Like if I add one more route, let's say if I add one more route, for example, okay, like basically it is nothing but having functions. Suppose if I say new path, okay, data coming from new path. This is nothing but path, okay. Okay, now if you go here and say new path, okay, new path, what is, okay, it should come, okay, not, it is not inside home, it is just slash new path. See, data coming from new path. Any doubts on this? Imran bhai, Siraj, Faizan bhai? JSONify. Okay. So JSONify is nothing but when you are dealing with dictionaries, right? Look, so it is basically JSON is a data which you use for interchanging. Okay, like whenever, like suppose you want to interchange data between two systems, right? Whenever you want to interchange data between two systems, you basically use JSON, JSON or XML, but majorly use JSON data. Okay, for interchanging. For example, we will see what exactly is JSONify. But any other doubt? Any other doubt? Sorry, I IP IP. Yeah, this one. This isn't assigned. Okay, this is an IP. Yes, but this is your local IP. Okay, now if you want to, let's say, use different domain address or different something, then you have to basically use, get this API running on a server, on other servers, on Amazon server, or because a server is nothing but a computer, right? Like when you assign that and then you expose it and you attach that with a domain name server, like basically you give it an external IP, then external IP will be attached to a domain address, and when you call that domain address, you can automatically call these APIs. Your voice is a little inaudible, Faizan bhai. Sorry, didn't got you. So you will write it on the chat. Yes, you can define any port number. Like uh, suppose if I want to define any port number, right? Then what can I do is, let's suppose Flask API port. So now let's say, yeah, you just have to give this in the app.run. Okay. Suppose if I give port 80, okay, now it will run again. Now I don't need to give 5,000 because 80 is the by default port. Okay. It has restarted or not. See, it is running. Now if I do this, if I say run, then it will come. See, there is no port here. I can even change the port to something else as well. Obviously, apart from restricted ports, like there are some associated ports for different services like TCP, and then Telnet and Mail, and all these services have different associated ports. You shouldn't use that, but you can use anything apart from that. For example, 8080, right? If I do this now, if I go and say 8080, okay, I have to start it again, otherwise it won't. And if I say home /90, it will give me the, so we can run on any port as well. So we will see how exactly this is being used for running our Flask, running a full-fledged application. But any doubts until now? So using Flask, you can create APIs which will get hosted, which will be which will get hosted, right, in your local machine, or if you deploy this on your on any desktop, on any server, then it will basically get deployed, and then you can access whatever the function. You can write your own functions as well. Okay, you can create your own functions as well. I will show you what exactly needs to be done. I am first sending the code to everyone. Okay, quickly, can you guys, can someone share your screen? I will just show for one of you how to run this. Can somebody share your screen, please? Oh, by the way, I need to give permission. I'm so sorry. Yeah, can now somebody share the screen? Do I need to call somebody out? Okay, Siraj, you can share your screen if you want. Guys, am I audible or not?
Yeah, we could hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, yeah. Imran bhai, if you can you
Yeah,
share?
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah. Just waiting for someone actually. So here we go. Here it is. This is on a notepad.
No issues,
It's
no issues.
gonna
That's
bring.
completely fine. Yeah. So what you can do, wherever you have saved that notepad, right? Go to the plus sign. Go to plus sign. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. Copy paste that code. Copy paste that code.
Yeah, done.
Copy, right? Go to the plus sign here on the Jupyter Lab. The big plus sign which you are able to see. No, no, no. The blue plus sign. Yes. Yeah. Click on it. Say Python file on the others. Say Python file. Yeah. Paste the code. Yeah. Save it and rename it to something good like Flask API or something. You can rename it on, yeah, rename Python file. Yeah. Flask API.
Flask API. Yeah.
Yeah. Just rename it. Yeah. Now again, go to the plus sign.
Okay.
Say terminal. Terminal.
Um,
Terminal. Yeah. Now say Python space Flask API. Capital F. Capital F. You have named using capital F.
right.
Yeah, tab and then tab it will come.
One more time.
Tab is not coming. Okay, no.
Yeah.
What pivot?
After Flask. Okay, fine, fine. Yeah.
Now run it.
Go here.
No, it should give you.
I trying to delete for some reason today.
Okay, just say Python
Mm-hmm.
Python hyphen v Python hyphen v space hyphen v.
V as in Victor, yeah.
Yeah,
Run it.
capital V.
Capital V.
Yeah,
Run it.
yeah, run. Okay, it is good.
Three eleven thirty.
Now just say Python
Mm.
Flask API dot p. Yeah, Python without without the slash. So without dot. Yeah, yeah.
Without dot.
Without dot and without that slash as well. Yeah, run it. Yeah, allow access. Whenever you are trying to run any
Yep.
program. Okay, go to a new tab. Go to a new tab. Or a new tab. Like, yeah, there itself. Yes, that's right. Say 127.0.0.1 colon.
See what happened.
Yeah,
Yep.
colon 8080. 8080. Yeah, let's go.
Run it.
Yeah, run. Okay. Say slash Imran. After that 8080, say slash Imran. It's coming, right?
Yep.
Now you
Yep.
can check. So yeah, so yes. Cool. So I you guys can try the other methods also, like whatever we have done, like home and slash this thing as well. Okay. You guys try this out, and I will be just back, and Imran by just help them out if they have any issues. Like I have enabled screen sharing. I will be back within 5 minutes. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, hello guys. Yeah, so were you guys able to do it? Any doubts? Imran bhai, you can stop sharing your screen. Any doubt? Can you hear me? Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. It always the sign which your voice is not clear for me, Faizan bhai. Can you maybe if you can type? I don't know what is if the problem is at my end, but I'm not able to actually hear you properly. Not able to see terminal and Python. Okay. Can you share your screen? Yes, yes, we can do it again for sure. I will show Faizan by how it is done. Then I guess Siraj, you can also. So by the way, yeah. So open the Jupyter notebook. So actually, you actually need to. It can you go to? Acha, okay, you didn't had that right. No issues, no issues. What you can do is go to home. Go to home. The first tab, and there should be new. Can you say new? New terminal. Yeah. Okay. This is your terminal. You can, by the way, enter into terminal from anywhere. Uh, go to open a new tab with where you are like in the home. Yeah. Go to home basically. Okay. Go create new. Go to text file. Yeah. Copy paste the code here. Yeah. Now save it. Save. Go to the untitled.txt. Go to click on that untitled.txt. Click on that. Or you can even go to file as well. File. Yeah, file. Say rename. No. Say rename. Rename to Flask. Flask example.api. Whatever you want to name. .py. Or it won't be .text. .py. Okay. Okay. Now what you do? Go to terminal. Go to terminal. The here. Now say Python space Flask. Type Flask and press enter. Press no, sorry. Python Flask, press tab. Tab is not coming. Okay, write the entire file name, Flask example API.py. Okay. Yeah, Flask example. No, 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 no. Can't open. Okay. Can you go to the Flask example and where exactly it is? Say file, save. I want to know the location of this file. Where exactly is this file? So for that, you go to home. Go to home. Okay, and search for here where exactly it is. Go downside. Go downside. Okay, it is inside here itself, right? So it is in the root directory. Okay. Can you uh, how exactly will I tell you how to know the location of this file? Hmm. Go to File Explorer. Go to File Explorer in your Windows. Go to C. No, not Anaconda. Not Anaconda. It won't be here. It won't be here. Go to your default volume. No, not here. No, 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 no. F. Go to F. Go to my computer. Go to F or E. Like F or E. Okay, here also not present. Where exactly is it? Okay, wait. Can you give me control? I'm asking for request. Okay. I hope I'm. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Yeah, we are good. There it was in C users Faizan. Okay, it was over there. Okay, now if I run this example, okay, you don't even need to type .exe. You can just say Python. Okay, now it has started. Just have to say allow access. Okay, now you can go to any tab and say local 127 dot. You give your local IP and the port 8080, and it should work. Go to your local this. Is it working? It's working, right? Okay. Any doubts now, Faizan bhai? Sorry. Yeah. 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 Here only. Yes. Okay. Any doubts? Yeah, Siraj, were you able to do it, or do you want to share the screen? Okay, yours is name null is not defined. Okay, where exactly is it coming? Execution count null. Okay, okay, I got it. What exactly is the issue here? So here you should always there are two file formats. Okay, whenever you are running Python file from the terminal, you should always use .py. IPython notebook like IPYNB is a file format which is used to run the Python code inside the notebook itself. But if you want the Python to run with terminal, then you have to use Python Flask. You say Python Flask API.py. Python space Flask API.py. Is it working? Can you show me the Jupyter Lab? Yeah, it is working. You have to say 127 dot you have run on port 8080 and say /Imran. Yeah, it should work. Can you just okay wait, can you go to can you go to the terminal where it is running 127.8020, right? Yeah, it should work. Can you accept the remote access? Wait, what's happening here? Port 8080. Can you press Control C here? Control plus C. Siraj?
I pressed it. Nothing happened.
Okay, it isn't ending. I mean, it should stop it. Even after pressing Control C, it isn't stopping. Okay, wait. We'll just this. And I will open one more terminal and we'll say Python. What was last? Yeah. Last API dot py. Okay. I worked for everyone else, but it didn't work out here. Why? 127. Did you didn't allow access or something else you clicked when you
No,
when
I got an allow access. I allowed it.
okay, then it shouldn't be because it is successfully running here, right? And let me see the methods. slash Siraj slash. You have just copy pasted my only, right? So should work. Don't know why it isn't working. Wait, I will give this. Let's try this. This is your office laptop? Not this. I want to copy this Siraj 192.168. Copy this. Yeah. Paste it on a new tab. There is something wrong with your local laptop. I don't know.
Can you
Debug.
delete and try it from the beginning?
Wait. What I will do? Maybe this. Okay, reloading now. Um, Wait, no worries. Let me can run it on a different port and let's see if Python Flask API.py. Now, if I say 127.0.0.1, now it is working. See, the port might be an issue. So suppose if I now go and change, like create one more API, right? Universal home. And let's say I will just say name and your name. Could reload. But it is working, yes. Like suppose if I go and say like the other one, I was just checking if error is coming or not. And like suppose in the number one, okay, Siraj. Okay, let just
Yeah.
delete the error one, okay? Yeah. Everything is good. Okay, so now what I want you guys to, okay, wait, I need one more thing to do. What you guys need to do is go to, yeah, before that, where Play Store used to come. Can you guys go here, the Chrome Store, and search for Postman? Okay, Postman is not there. Anyways. This Postman app you need to download. Can everybody do this? How much is it? Yeah, it will get downloaded within few minutes. Can please everybody do this? Okay. Yeah, Siraj, you can stop sharing your screen. Okay. So this is how I will show you how exactly index.html is not present. How come? Hmm, so just a minute. Zoom thing always irritates. Hmm. Okay, it isn't coming. Okay. So here what I'm trying to basically do is, in this case, in the Flask user API, okay. So basically what we have is a Flask. From the Flask, we are trying to create a post API. So whenever you will be working on, like here we have seen in this example, Flask sample, we have seen how to create multiple APIs where you are giving like small data. For example, your number here, right? Number, or you are just trying to get the data. Okay. But suppose if you want to send lot of data, for example, the details of a form, okay, then you basically want to like say name, email, age, then you will basically will get it all from a HTML form. Like if you remember the HTML, if you remember the HTML, if you remember the HTML, this thing which we have learned last time, right? So HTML, and this also this is optional, and even this is optional. Like viewport is optional. So this is a CSS sheet which we will be using. Okay, you don't need to worry about all of this. The only thing which is very important is this. Okay, the label, the input, like do you guys remember this, like what we had used, like if I go here, then like it will come something like the form will come something like this. Can you guys run this on your laptop? I mean on your machines. I'm sending you the code here. Can you guys run this?
I run this in Void terminal now.
No, you can just save it, like for running it in HTML, running this HTML, right? Where did it go?
What's
Yeah,
HTML? Okay, okay, okay.
I will,
So
I
it is
will, after then I will show you what exactly needs to be done.
okay.
Are you guys able to do it? Hmm. Okay. So now what we will do is we will see a very basic example where you have a very simple API. Let's suppose something like this. Okay. So you have a simple, very simple web page. Okay. Very simple web page which says user details. Okay. And it has three rows only: name, email, age. So for example, let's say I enter Siraj, I say siraj@gmail.com. Okay. And I say age, let's say 29. Okay. And now if I click submit, right, this is what it would happen, right? I mean, I'm just saying that the message data received successfully. Okay. In real time scenario, what would happen is you might get registered for a website, or let's say that if you have you can also create one more login page. Like, we can definitely create one more login page. We will create that, for example. But first we will see about this. Okay. So but like, this is the normal flow of any website. Like, you basically interchange data between websites, right? For example, google.com or anything. You in google.com, you search for any specific search, and then it goes to the backend and it gives you the all the results, Google search results, right? So in here, I'm just saying, I even can mention that for data received successfully, for I can even customize this. Now, okay, what is the error? Hmm. Now, if I again like submit this time it would actually come data received successfully for Siraj. Okay, let's suppose I do this for Imran. And then it will come Imran. If I do it for, let's say so. So we are able to actually interchange data from front end. This is nothing but your front end, right? This is what we have seen, and this is nothing but your this is nothing but your backend. Like you are getting the data from the backend, right? So how does this happen? Okay, we will see. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to create a HTML page. So you can, I mean, this HTML viewer. So in here, right, in here, what exactly is happening is that in here I am basically entering the user details. Like if you see here, it is like user details. Like if I inspect, you will see the entire code. What we have written is same, exactly nothing but what we have written here. Right? So we have basically given for 3 elements of actually 4 elements. The first major element is the form itself. See, when I say click form, it is like showing the entire form. And then you have a label for name. Then you have input where actually you enter the name. Then you have label for email. Input type here it's email. Input type here it's text. And then you also have input type age, input type number, right? Like you are basically creating a form, and then you are closing this HTML, right? And then, but then here you would see that there are two things which is very prominent here. Like in the form tag, if you see, there is a method post. Okay, there is a method post. In this post method, okay, in this post method, what exactly are you doing? Like you are basically sending all of the details, whatever you are entering it here, like whatever I am entering it here in the name, email, and age, I will be sending it to the submit API. Okay, the action will be, I will be sending it to the submit API. Now where is submit API? Submit API is nothing but this. Okay, the submit API is nothing but this. And in this submit API, right, in this submit API, you have basically what you are doing. You have name, you have email, you have age. Okay, name, email, age, you are basically getting everything. And after then I'm printing the data, and then I'm sending a JSON response. Like JSONify is basically like just to send the JSON response saying message data received successfully for whatever name. Like I can even add email and age as well. Like I can create a one more function where not function, I can write more code, okay, to validate whether the name and email or age of this is right or wrong, or maybe sometimes. So right now what's happening, even if I let's say in the name I enter anything, any random thing, okay, this will validate, because this will all give me see, this will only tell me that okay, it is a problem, because it will say that okay, I need to enter some valid email address. But is this age correct? No. Is this name correct? No. Even if I submit, it will still go for the data. I mean, go for the data, I mean, API call, right? So this shouldn't be happening, right? So I mean, my API should basically give me an error saying that that age shouldn't be more than 100, or the email should have proper characters, or the name should have proper, it shouldn't have any special characters. So you can now use here regex or use your own conditions to validate that as well. Okay. But before that, see, this is the HTML which we have seen. I hope you guys understood this. And the CSS for this, which is coming from here, the CSS, right? It is coming from here. Remember the CSS which we had learned for all of the like background color, the text align, display, margin top, input padding, background, and all of this. Like whatever you can see here on the home page, the CSS which is being used is coming from this file. Okay, so what I will do, I will give this thing entirely to you guys. Wait. Can you guys download? I have sent the Flask app. Can you guys download it? Okay, can somebody can share the screen and I will show you how exactly it is done. Who wants to get this chance, guys? Come on, somebody can share their screen. Or whoever thinks that they will definitely end up in an error, they can share the screen. Yeah, have you downloaded that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I no, extract it. Extract it. Yes. Okay. Extract. Yeah. No worries. No. No. Okay. Just be here. What you do? Go to the command address. Like go to the. No. Just say Control Shift right click. Control Shift right click. Control Shift right click. In Windows, right click is right. Press Control, press Shift, and right click. Yeah, open command window here. Control Shift right click, and there you will get an option. With Control Shift right click. Yeah, open command window here. Yes. Now here you are already there in the directory. Now say Python Flask API. Flask API. Flask API.py.
Flask.api.
No. Whatever the name of the file is, the file which we have created. What is the name of the file? Let me tell you. Flask user API. Flask underscore, then press tab. Press tab. Yeah. Enter. Okay. Acha. Okay. No worries. No worries. Can you do how to get current directory? Do you know how to get current directory? Okay. Anyways, I know where it is. No worries. Go to terminal. The terminal which you had opened earlier. Yeah. Say CD downloads. Yeah. Go inside. Now say CD Flask app. Yeah. Enter. Yeah. Now do this Python Flask API Python space Flask user API.py. No. The file name is Flask user API underscore. Okay, Flask app. Okay, inside you need to go to one more Flask app. No, CD Flask app. Yeah, underscore app. Yeah. Now up arrow, up arrow. Yeah, run this. Okay. Now go to 127.0.0.1 line on the browser. Yeah, just don't say Faizan, just say, yeah. And it would be 5,000. It would be 5,000. The port will be 5,000. Okay, you got it. Okay, now do. Yeah. Okay. Any doubts on this?
But like this table which you shared with us.
Hmm. Yeah, I will repeat. Don't worry. Yeah. So I will tell you where exactly it is. Go to your home. Actually, it is better to go to downloads. Go to Flask app. Again, Flask app. Yeah. Go to templates. This is the index HTML which is getting used. So basically, for doing everything at once, you basically need a proper structure. Okay, so in the Flask app, I have given structure. So the CSS, file, like if you go one folder back, like on the Flask app, you will see that there are two folders. Okay, one is static. Inside static, there is CSS, like which is getting used for your UI of the HTML. Okay, and then on the templates you have the index.html. Okay, and then on the Flask user API, the API is present. You have written the API. Okay, yeah, Siraj, you can share the screen. Yeah, can you go to I hope everybody has downloaded. Yeah, can you go to can you say CD Flask app? CD, no, the CD and then press space. So sorry, space and tab. Okay, wait. You have some other issues, I suppose. Can you give me a request? Okay. Okay, you in this Flask app, you have, okay, inside Flask desktop, and then we are in the right, we are, you can go to terminal from here itself. See, this is the path at which your Flask app is present. Okay, so now inside this, you will just say Python and then Flask user API. Now it has started. Now if you go here, if you say this, okay, I understood what's happening here. I need to shut down the process which was running earlier. That's the reason I mean, in your system, okay, in Windows, what do we do for shutting down the system? We do something, right? We go to task manager, right? Yeah, I need to kill this. How do I kill this? Can you try killing this, Siraj, Python? Yeah, press and say end task. Yeah. And do we see anything else? And close this, close this. Yeah, no issues. Launch Jupyter Lab once again. Yeah, I'll reload this once again. Reload this once again. Once open Jupyter Lab. Yeah, close. Yeah, say Jupyter Lab launch. Yes. Yeah. Now go to desktop, CD desktop. No, here it's say CD. Okay. Do I have control? CD space desktop. Capital D. Space. Wait, I have the control. And then Flask app. You are here inside Flask app. If you see, then I will say Python. Okay. Flask user. Okay, now you go here. Now try this out. So your machine actually has some problem of whenever you uh, delete the thread, right? It should automatically delete it. I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is how you can create connect HTML to backend using Python. This is a very basic example. Tomorrow we will see. We will also create a full-fledged application using this technique. Any doubts? Imran bhai, were you able to do this, or do you need help?
I haven't done it yet. I'll do it later. I'll have to close all the Anaconda windows and all, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay, Siraj, you can. Okay. So yeah, so now let's do one more thing for today. What we will do is I will I will also show you guys how exactly we can add more this thing, like more, let's say I create /login. Okay. And when I will say /login, okay, if request dot method equal to get, that is if I'm getting the data, if I'm loading the data just with wait, it's methods would be get and post, both will be supported. So here it is a get method. By default, everything will be a get method. So here only you are asking for the data. Okay, I mean you were only asking for the HTML, that is what is a get method. But whenever you are posting some data, like here, the HTML is posting the data to the submit API, right? That is why the method is post. But in this method, I'm using both. So whenever the request method is get, I will say return render template login.html. Just a minute. By the way, have you guys downloaded the Jupyter, sorry, the Postman, which I had asked you guys?
Where to download it from?
You can just search Google, on Google, you
Okay.
can just search I will create, so here, since I'm saying login.html, I will here create HTML file which has, I will name it to login.html. This again is very simple. You don't need this. You also don't need this. This thing will be open with HTML. I want in editor. href will be this, because I will be giving, right, and the action will be post. However, the action, the where you need to submit will be login. This will be, instead of saying login, because in the Flask user API, I am adding one more say, which is saying login, right? And yeah, so these are the both things. It has a username, it has a password, it has a submit button, and yeah, we have got good hold of this. Also, whenever now, if I say that if the request method, sorry, if the request method is get, then it will basically render the render template, as in like load the login.html. Okay. Now, if I go here, let me first check whether the thing is running or not. Okay, it isn't running. Then I will just load it once again. It says that there is some error. Where exactly it is an error? Okay, it says Flask user API define index. Okay. I didn't rename the, yeah, it should be login. Okay. So now if I do this, it would go. Now if I again do this login, it would come here something like this. If you see, that is nothing but a form. So now in the API, this was a get example, right? Like whenever I'm trying to get the HTML page, I have written in the user API, like whenever I say /login, it should render. But what if elif request dot method is equal to post? Okay, if the method is equal to post, then I should, like, let's say I will first take the username by saying request.form, and what I have used in the login.html, the name is username, right? So I will use the username here, and then I will use the password. So request.form. So I'm basically extracting whatever I send the data from here. Like I need to understand, right? And what data is username and what data is password. So I will be using the name of this input type to get the data to understand, okay, it is which data is like what. Okay, so username and then password, and then what I can do, if username equal to, let's say, Shadir, and password is equal to, let's say, test at the rate 123, then return JSONify message as successfully logged in, else return JSONify message incorrect username or password. Okay. Now, if I load this again, if I say, let's say Siraj and say password anything, login, incorrect username or password. But if I, let's say, try my name, then after successful login, right? After successful login, what you can do, instead of like, let's say successful login, you can even render the template. Let's say I will render the template index.html, like a simple. Okay, now if I do this, right? If I now go here and provide proper password, then all of this page will load. Okay. If I don't give the right password, then it will just say that incorrect username or password. That you can basically have a 404 or any page which displays that, okay, it is there is an error. This is how you can add multiple pages. You can do a lot of stuff. This was a very basic example. We will see tomorrow extended example. But any doubts on this? I will share this as well to you guys. I have shared the updated code to you guys. Any doubts? This is how web development is done using Python and HTML and CSS. And like JavaScript is also touched, but yeah, but like majorly Python and C. If you know by HTML, CSS, and Python, you are more than good to go.
Shopify?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new app which you have shared, so the whatever changes you have made into the text, HTML, like creating a login page,
Mhm.
these
Yeah.
all are updated over there.
All are there in the recent.
It is
Yeah, 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 it is there. It is there. You guys can check like the login page and the new login page which I have created. The in the Flask API, the new login API, the login route which I have created. Yes, all it is there. All is there. Any doubts, guys? So by the way, I will show you one more thing. Like if you guys, okay, let me reshare my screen once again. So if you guys have downloaded the Postman which I was talking about, okay, but this is like the real work which I do. Okay, like here we basically create APIs, and here you could see that this is the server on which our API is the server at which our API is hosted, and this is the method at which our API is basically like the basically the API method, the route at which API is basically hosted, like the predict method. The predict method, I'm giving the JSON like a dictionary, and it will process and it will give me some response. Okay. So for example, let's say I create a basic request here for our API which we have just created. Okay, like suppose if I get a get request for this 127 and the port is 5000 and it is nothing. If I give a get request, if I send it, you will get the HTML form. You will basically get the HTML form. If I do it for like this is for the user details. If I do it for login, you will get the login form, right? But if I change this get method to post, okay, and if I in the body I will say I'm sending raw JSON, okay, JSON, and in the JSON I need to send two things, right? One is actually this form, not even JSON. The form is one is username, right? The value, let's say I Siraj, right? And the password is, let's say, random anything, okay. And if I now send it, you will see that the same exact response what we are getting here. Like suppose if I do something, the JSON response which I'm getting here, I'm able to get it here, right? If I give proper if I give proper name and proper password, you will get the HTML, because in the logic itself I have written that if the login, if the user login is this, the username and password is successful, then render the index HTML, which is nothing but like you can render the index HTML, which is nothing but your your index page. Or if not, then just like JSONify, send the JSON that message incorrect username or password. So by using Postman, you can like check all of this, like you can test your APIs. Understood? You guys can also do the same. If somebody has downloaded I will show you how exactly it is done. Somebody had downloaded the Postman, right? Who was it?
I also downloaded.
But yeah, do you have the API running? The latest API running?
No.
Okay, no worries. But have you downloaded it, Imran bhai? If you have downloaded it, then we can just run it on your system.
I have. I just downloaded that thing.
Okay, then yeah, can you share the screen?
Okay. Um, Where is
Yeah. Can you go to the terminal? And open the Postman app. You might have to install it.
I think yeah, I just downloaded. I would have to install it.
You go downloads.
Um, Postman, Flask, Flask 2,
Yeah.
Postman. So basically, what is this app doing? Like, was a function in the meantime?
So as the app name suggests, right, is a postman. So when we talk about APIs is nothing but you are interchanging data using multiple methods, right? Like get and post method. So
Hmm.
what is the job of postman? The job of postman is to get a message in form of letter or in form of anything, get a message from someone and deliver it to someone, right? So similarly
Hmm.
here, it acts as a postman that it takes your data and it delivers to the API and your API, and then it waits, basically it waits for your API to process for processing whatever logic you have written and send the response back, and it will show you the response.
So basically, is it serving the purpose of hiding the code from the third parties that we are interacting with?
Yes, more or less. So whenever you want to integrate with any
Oh,
third party, you don't need to write code and like don't need to give
share
the
the
code
code
or
itself.
data share
Yeah.
the code or anything. You can just create an API, expose that API to them, and they will call your API, send the whatever required data they want to send the API. Your API will process that request, send back a response to them. This is how
Okay.
communication happens in your like in within internet.
Right. Got it. Yeah. Chalega. Some
Yeah, until that time, you can extract the latest Flask app zip file which I have given you. Like you can extract that. Go to Flask app. Yes, double click. Now, Control Shift right click.
इस पे Flask user
No, no.
app पे
Or else I will show you one more technique. You can just go to the address bar. Just type CMD. Press enter. Remove everything. Like remove
Sure.
everything. Just type CMD. Yes, enter.
Hmm.
It will open a CMD for you in this location.
Okay. Okay.
But it didn't
But
open that
that's
location. But
uh,
anyways, then let's do one thing. Close this. Close this. Go to again. Yeah, go over here again. Say CMD. Okay, no worries. I guess it doesn't work. Yeah, to press enter. Yeah, press.
press.
Oh, okay. You haven't extracted it, right? You have to extract that Flask app too because you are still. Yeah,
Mm,
you have to extract it. Yeah, right click, say extract.
browse this Flask app extract. With double clicking it opened.
Yeah. It typically opens. Yeah. Now go to that folder, that extracted folder, the new folder. Yes. Yeah. Right click on that.
Where is the extracted folder?
Yeah, it is that.
Flask app to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
Now go to Flask app. Yeah, double click. Now go on the window address bar and say CMD.
So
Yeah.
remove everything and then do CMD.
Yes. And
Okay. Yeah.
now it
That does
open
it.
in the location which you want. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
run Python Flask user API Python Flask _user_API.py.
Flask underscore API.
No. Python will be one level. So you are basically telling Python interpreter to run this dot the script file. So Python just yeah.
Flask, acha, name Flask underscore user underscore API.
Yeah.
Flask underscore.
No. Python
user.
won't come with underscore. Remove everything. Yeah. Space. And then plus you can even press tab if you want.
Underscore API underscore API dot py.
Yes.
Right?
Enter. Yes. Okay. So the Python is not in your path. No issues. You are running Jupyter Lab. You are running Jupyter Lab, right?
Right.
Where is Jupyter Lab? Can you go over there? Yeah. Say terminal here. CD downloads.
It's not in downloads actually, it is in desktop only.
Yeah, okay, you can go desktop. Yes.
Okay, CD desktop.
Flask app slash backslash desktop will come with a small no. Desktop will come with a capital D.
Capital D.
Yeah. And then press tab. Yeah. Slash. Yeah. Flask and then FLA and then say press tab.
Okay, FLA tab, Flask app 2, okay.
And then one more Flask app. Yes. Tab. Yeah, enter. Now run Python command.
What's a Python command?
Python.
Just type Python, okay.
Python and space Flask user API.
Run.
Yeah, just run it. Yeah. Now go to 127.0.0.1 5000.
Enter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that HTML file. We have to enter something here, like or test it, or that's all. That was all, right?
Yeah, no. Now what needs to be done is go to /login. Go 5000 after say /login. Enter. Yeah, now enter whatever username and password. Say login. Never. Incorrect username or password, right?
Right.
Now go to the code. Jupyter Lab. Go to desktop and Flask API wherever it is on the files. Yeah. Open it.
Notepad.
Yeah, Notepad. Here, what is the verified, proper username and password? Can you tell me from where it is in the code?
This is the password.
Yes, exactly.
This is the user ID.
Go to Postman, Postman, like the application which you have just installed.
Yeah, we installed it. What happened to it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, here it is, right?
Yeah. Let it be, no issues.
Oh, this is it.
Try a lightweight API client. Say lightweight API client. Click on that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now here enter 127 HTTP. Yeah. Colon / 127.0.0.1. 0 dot port 5000, like colon 5000. Send, press send, press send.
Send. Okay.
Yeah, enter send. What are you getting here?
The code.
The HTML code which we have written when we go to this website, right? Now
Okay.
go to /login. So this is how
Go
your browser, the job of your browser is
to
just to
browser.
call the like whatever website, like this IP address which you are seeing, right, is now
Right.
associated to a domain name server. And whenever, like, let's say, like this associated to Google, okay, now whenever you say google.com, google.com sends you back this HTML, and this HTML is what the browser shows.
Right.
Okay, now go to /login.
Where?
uh,
On the browser.
after 5,000, no, after 5,000, here itself, Postman. After 5,000, say
Slash. Acha,
no, no,
okay. Okay.
on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
URL. Yes,
Slash login.
yes. Previously you are getting user details, now you are getting login form, right? This is for
Right.
getting the HTML. Now what about you want, once you have got the HTML, now you have entered username and password. Now you want whether the username and password is right or wrong. Then you make a post call, because now you are not just asking for the data, you are also sending the data to the
Okay.
API, right? So you click on the get. You click on get.
Okay. Right here. The post one.
And no. Now you say go to body, because the body has the data, right? Like in the body downside, yeah, body. Say form data. Key you give username. In the key you give username.
Okay. Key. Username to
Because
Shadir.
no. Key would be the name of the field which you are using. If you see in the API, we are using username and password, right? Yeah. So
Right. Okay.
label. So this the input name should give one username, and then value can be like, you can give whatever you want for now. No, the value would be for that
The
specific
value.
username. What is the username actually?
Acha, I can test what I did in the browser. I can test it
Exactly.
here by doing this.
Yeah. So you can enter any random username, yeah, simple. And then it should also have key as password. Just press, yeah, password.
Just enter password. Acha,
Password.
just password and then the value of the password.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
send.
Yeah, send. Then you will get, yeah, send it. You will get that
I'll get the result that
name.
I got already.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
And if I correct this,
correct one, yes. Capital test, capital T, and then all small test at the rate 1 to 3.
okay. Password
Capital T, test
test 1,
at the
2,
rate.
3.
At the rate. Yeah, press enter.
Enter.
Yes. No, not enter, as in send.
Send.
So now since it is right, you are now
Yeah,
getting,
it takes you to the page, index page.
takes to the user details.
Nice. Bottom line, if someone understands how the backend works, then they can test it. Yes.
Exactly, like you so this is how the entire scene works. Whenever, like, the web application developers, right, web or software engineers, they do this is their daily bread and butter. Like, they create APIs. Like, so there are two types of engineers. But nowadays though, there is no distinction, but there are specifically two types of jobs or engineers. One is front end guys are responsible for building the front end, like what you see, like
The
using
look of it.
the look of the like, there is advanced frameworks, but more or less everything deals with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? There are frameworks and all. And when the
Right.
backend guys, they create APIs which can, like, whenever the front end guys send the data to the backend, they should be able to implement the business logic and send back the response.
like the hyperlining of the things, and that is taken care of by the backend guys. And when someone clicks on that hypertext, then that takes them to the index page like this one.
No, even the hypertext is taken care by the front end guys only. So
Front end.
suppose what exactly is taken care, like I will take Google as an example. So whatever you see on the front end page of the Google, like the Google search bar, the Google logo, the Google
Right.
that stuff, like whatever you see, the emoticons and everything you see is handled by front end guys. But whenever you type something for searching it, for searching any key, let's say you search for bytecode. Okay, you search for ByteCode-IT-Training-Institute. Now, what should be the logic to search across the entire web? Okay, to search basically to search across the entire web and to gather all the data which the user should be able to see is the job of the backend guy. And once it retrieves that data, it sends back to the front end. So it is like combination of both. But yeah, I mean, by this example, by this practical example, I hope you guys are able to understand what exactly is being done here. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Imran bhai, for sharing the screen. I hope Faizan and Siraj, you also got it. So tomorrow, as I said, right, the class, since it will be the last class, it will be a little lengthy. No worries, Siraj, you can share the screen. I will show you.
What will be the timing for tomorrow?
Timing, you guys can decide if the last time we had 2 to 5, right? But it will be a little lengthy class, okay? Because we will be doing a lot of stuff. So yeah. So you plan accordingly. Yeah. Now type Siraj, now type Python. Then space. Wait, let me do it. So what we need to do is just run the Python file. Right. Now if I go to here, now like if I go to /login, my password is right, then it will go to the proper page. But if my password is not right, let's say username and password is not right, it will give me incorrect username and password. This can also be done, the searching, I mean, this can also be done using this. Okay, how to do this? You don't need all of this. Just need to go here and say HTTP 127.0.0.1 5000. If you send it, अरे क्या हो गया भाई? Okay, data doc. Which which one did you download, by the way? It is, why isn't able to perform that simple? You don't have the permission to create. And why did you go to even this public domain space? Okay, no issues. What we need to do is go to home and we need to workspace blank workspace, say sample, create. Don't need to do anything. You just, yeah, this is good. Here you can just say new HTTP request. Now you just have to say HTTP 127.0.0.1 5000, and when you say send, it will give you the HTML as, and for the user details page, if you say /login, it will give you the HTML for the login page. If you want to send the username and data, then you just have to go to here and say username form data, say username, and you can give my username and valid password, and it will give you the login. It should basically, it should be post. It will give you user details. If the password is not right, then it will say incorrect username and password. So exactly what we have done in the system in the browser, but this time we have done it using Postman and like backend with the backend APIs. Okay, Siraj.
Okay.
So tomorrow, for tomorrow's class, it will be a bit lengthy. So you guys can decide if you guys let us decide right away. Like 2 to 5 works.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, and 2 to
Yeah,
5.
better. 2 to 5.
It can go until 6 also, if necessary. I mean, I will try to wrap it up as soon as possible, but yeah, it can go to 6 or 6 also. Okay, then we will keep it 2 to 5 itself for tomorrow's session.
चलेगा.
Yes.
Yes.